Alright guys, now we are going to start with IELTS speaking and we are going to practice IELTS speaking part 1 today. Let me tell you, whenever you go for your IELTS speaking test, you need to consider 4 things. For example, you go for some important meeting and I say, first of all, they will check your hairstyle. Secondly, they will check your shoes, your footwear. Thirdly, they will check the perfume that you are wearing. And finally, they will check something else. Now, you'll be careful. You'll be careful about your hairstyle. You know they are going to check it. You'll be careful about your shoes, properly polished and all that, because you know they are going to check that. In the same way, your speaking examiner will check 4 things in your speaking, and once you demonstrate all these 4 things, the examiner will give you 8 band or more than that, okay? So you will get better band score if these 4 things meet the criteria, right? Now, the first thing is fluency. Fluency means to speak without pauses, without breaks, without repeating yourself. Sometimes when you repeat yourself, it means you are not speaking fluently. At times you say, a couple of times it's natural. But if you do it a lot, after every sentence, after every 2 to 3 words, this lacks fluency. So how to improve fluency? You need to improve or you need to increase the number of hours you speak English or the number of hours you have spoken English all through your life, right? If you count the hours, maximum 10-20 hours that you have spoken English in your life, okay? So you need to increase the hours that you speak English, okay, and automatically you will become fluent. And for that, you can learn the tenses as well so that you understand the question well. Go through the topics, because when answers are readily available in your mind, you can easily answer. If today I ask you, do you like chocolates? And you answer, the answer will be stored in your mind. And in actual exam, when they ask you about chocolates, you can answer without thinking. So like this, there are certain topics. Like you have this book for speaking. There are 200 topics for speaking part 1. So you can go through each and every topic. So the first thing is fluency. Number 1. Number 2, pronunciation. They don't check your accent. They don't see whether you are speaking British English or American English, right? They don't check that. They only see that you speak English correctly, clearly. You're using the right intonation. Intonation is a stress pattern, that you are stressing the words rightly. This is what they are going to check. For example, the word is democracy. One is democracy is very important. Democracy is very important. Stress pattern, they will check that. And if you're speaking clearly, you will get good band score. I know a student of mine from China, she got 8 band. And she had that Chinese accent in her English. With Chinese accent, she got 8 band in speaking. Okay, so they don't check your accent. If you speak English clearly, if you use the right intonation is I love eating chocolates. Right intonation. Wrong intonation, I love eating chocolates very much. See that? Wrong. I mean, when you say I love, it's not Sultan Rahi, Punjabi movie, I love you as well. Okay, not like this. Okay, so intonation, speak clearly. And you can improve your English pronunciation from IELTS listening. That is second criteria, and you need to see that. The third criteria is grammar. And there are only 5 tenses that they use in IELTS speaking. Present simple, as you say, I watch movies. Past simple, I played tennis when I was at school. Future simple, I will go to Canada forever. Okay, that is future simple, 3 tenses. Next is present perfect. I have just started a new business. And last is present perfect continuous. I have been learning English for the last 10 years or anything like that. So these 5 tenses are important, and these 5 tenses will cover 100% questions in your IELTS speaking test. So you can learn these tenses, then you can learn we call them compound sentences. How to connect two sentences together and it becomes a compound sentence. So you need to learn that as well, right? Okay, then we've got vocabulary. Now, IELTS speaking examiner does not want you to speak hi-fi or to use hi-fi vocabulary when you speak. Not at all. Sometimes those hi-fi words irritate the examiner because you just try to use those words that you know the word. Now, for example, you're telling the story of greedy dog, but you know a word from thirsty crow and you want to put it there. So this is how you make it wrong. For vocabulary, the key is synonyms. What is the key? Synonyms, variety of words. If the question is, what is your favorite color? Very simple question. And answer is, my favorite color is red. I like this color very much. I use this color every day. That is why it is my favorite color. Now, favorite, color, red, I repeatedly use that. So if you repeat the same vocabulary examiner uses in the question, you will get very limited band score. And repetition of sentences, repetition of words in one answer, that's all negative. They ask you a question, what's your favorite color? I am quite passionate about black color. Oh, black has been my favorite color since my childhood. Present perfect tense. Right? So you can use something like that. It is not like you are in class 3. What is your name? My name is Asad. Where do you live? I live in Lahore. Do you like animals? Yes, sir. Okay, anything like that. So you need to consider that, use a variety of words and don't repeat the same words that examiner has used in the question. You can use them once only, but then try to use synonyms. In your answer, there should be 5 to 6 words, okay? So this is all about vocabulary. We've already discussed grammar. They will check your vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, and fluency, and they will give you 25% in each. 25, 25, 25, 25, or in other words, you can say 9 band for vocabulary, 9 band for fluency, 9 for pronunciation, and 9 for your grammar, and then they will make it an average band, and that will be your band score in speaking, okay? So whenever you practice, you're going to consider these 4 things in mind, okay? That's good. All right, and now finally, one thing, how to answer the question. Very simple, there is no rocket science. You can answer the question however you want to. There is no problem, but it's better not to start your answer in an irrelevant way. What is irrelevant answer? That is a very good question. I am glad that you have asked me this question. Okay, this question is very close to my heart. I mean, it's all silly. How can a question be close to your heart? Very unromantic. If a question is close to your heart, okay? So don't comment the question. Don't repeat the question. Some students have this habit. They will ask you a question, what do you do in your free time? In my free time? Okay. And then they start the answer, right? They ask you a question, where do you live? Where do you live? Okay. And I answer. So don't repeat the question, right? Don't give irrelevant answer. Don't give indirect answer. For example, tell me about your hometown. Different people have different hometowns. Some people live in small cities. Some people live in large cities. Some people live in very small cities. Some people live in very large cities. My hometown is Lahore. Not like this. It's all irrelevant. Okay, don't try to engage the examiner. And remember, you cannot cheat the examiner to get higher band score. For example, your level is of band 5. And you think by cheating the examiner, you will be able to get 8 band. That is not possible. Because examiner will ask you question after question after question. And if examiner sees that you are pretending your English, that this English does not belong to you, you have a script in mind and you're speaking from that script, then examiner will ask you counter questions. And those counter questions will puzzle you. Right? One of my students went for IELTS speaking test and she complained, sir, you didn't tell me they have changed the pattern of speaking test. And I asked her what happened. She said, sir, every question was on a different topic. But you had told me that there would be 4 to 5 questions on one topic. So if you give them crammed answers, they will change the topic. They will ask you counter questions. What is counter question? What's your favorite color? You say, my favorite color is green. They will ask you, why don't you like black color? You never thought about that. Now, what would you say? So they will check your ability to speak English. So do not cram any answer. Do not memorize any answer for IELTS speaking or for IELTS writing. Try to create or try to develop your spoken English, your written English, and your natural English will give you better band score. I will finish by giving you an example of my student. Without any proper preparation in writing module, he got 6.5. And he was very excited. His target band was only 7. And he said, if without preparation, 6.5, with preparation, I can get 8 or 9 band. And then he watched videos on YouTube, 9 band, 10 words to get 8 bands, this and that. And he appeared second time. His writing band was 5.5. And he was like, I will burn their office and everything. Without preparation, 6.5. With preparation, 5.5. So mostly your preparation is in the wrong direction. Someone tells you use these 10 words, right? I mean, for example, the topic is football. You know football match. And the topic is journey by plane. And then you say, as the aeroplane took off from the window, I saw a stadium and the match was going on. That was football match. And then you put all your football match there. So if you put your football match in journey by air, you will get low band score in IELTS speaking as well. Okay? That's all. Thank you. Now we are going to practice. I'll come